You'd made it to the city of what's the city called? The capital of Thrice. Called. Oh no, I've lost it.
Liverpool.
Liverpool is now the capital of Thrice.
Is it the Citadel?
Yeah.
Gar's from him.
Oh, there's so many names. I can't believe I've lost the
You
name.
gave it such a bad name, bro.
Shut up. Hang on. Yeah. It's Citadel Gerstramen. I thought so. I've set up like a specific naming convention for this town, which we might get into later, but
Okay.
I'm not surprised that confused me because I've done it stupid. Yeah. So you arrived at the capital of Thrice, Citadel Gerstramen, and you had a bit of a wander around the city after being escorted there by a few of the executioners of the Throne of Thrice. And the last place we kind of left off is you were to have dinner at the manor house of Crown Prince Tunderlith. And that is kind of where we left it. It was a long time ago, so I'm not going to go too much into the recap because there wasn't anything super important. The main thing to remember is that you guys are here to kill a king, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We totally didn't have a strategy session like we said we were going to have, by the way, guys, so...
Well, we kind of had.
When do we ever really, like, do
I don't know. The semi-finals and the finals of the fucking of the tournament we just had. You know, the ones where we were
But I feel
champions?
like that was motivated by an intense desire to fuck Brooke over.
Yeah,
More than a million gold.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. We're only getting like a few 100,000 this time. What the fuck?
So we'll figure it out. We'll wing it.
Frank, check that other chat.
money
Like, that's the only
is-
plan I can think of, and you need to do it.
yeah, I think I have a plan.
The money is kind of a token gesture. To divert suspicion, they cannot pay you an exorbitant amount of money that it probably would be worth. However, they have said that the influence that you can garner for completing this mission will be more than worth it.
We're working for the Illuminati, essentially.
Wait, what?
No.
We're getting money.
You're getting some money. I mean, it'll be nice spending money. You're not
Yeah,
gonna be. It's not gonna be money that's taken immediately away from you, so you can buy a town. You know.
Yeah, we were getting like 100,000 each. So that was nice.
No.
That's what I remember. That's what you said. That's what I've written down.
I will have to double check. It might be. Actually.
Why did my phone do that? I'm back. Sorry.
You never left.
My phone switched.
See, man, you mention the Illuminati and then weird shit starts happening. I'm not saying it is aliens, you know.
No, I've just screwed on my phone and it switched to
Definitely
my
aliens.
phone Discord.
Oh,
So the party is escorted to Tunderlith's manor by Lady Mytasian, who is still with you, although is just about to depart after she's escorted you to the house. You see in front of you as you arrive at the house. The house is situated at the base of the citadel itself. If you remember, I described this city as being kind of three-tiered. There's the lower city, the upper city, and then the citadel. The lower city is kind of just flat. There's a ring wall around it. It's fairly expansive. The middle city is elevated fairly significantly and much more compact. And a lot of the buildings in the middle city are a lot taller. And then there's the citadel itself in the center of the city, and the citadel is just an enormous fortress. Just basically kind of think like Minas Tirith style.
Is it like against a mountain? So
No,
like
it's actually not. The
so
city,
it's entirely around. Okay.
the city itself is actually nestled in between several peaks. There's it's an incredibly easily defendable position because there's not many natural entrances to march armies in and out. There's kind of only one, which
Okay.
is the main road that goes down to the capital
Oh, yeah, good
in
to-
Midrealm. There are other roads leading out, but they're much smaller, and no, it's relatively cold, but it's not snowy. Even at this time of the year, it is quite actually far down in this kind of natural valley between the mountains. Yeah, so this manor is built into the side of the citadel in the middle, in the upper city. So you can kind of see towering above you this enormous fortress. The fortress itself probably could house, like God knows, it's probably like several hundred stories tall and several football pitches like of space.
Someone say football.
What? Juice is several hundred stories tall.
Yeah, probably about 2.
Okay.
It is monolithic in
Yeah.
size, the citadel.
So I mean,
and-
even if we do get caught, we've got a good chance of hiding in that place, and
Oh,
we might
yeah,
survive
yeah,
a couple
yeah,
of months
yeah,
without
yeah,
being
yeah.
found.
For sure. The place itself is huge. Like it will need well, you'll find out. It straight up has its own guard system for inside the fortress. I'm trying to find a good reference picture, but I'm really failing. It doesn't matter. So yeah, Lady Mytasian points out the house to you, and she seems relatively bored and ready to kind of leave you guys and just dump you off. So she happily leaves. I think most of the party will be relatively happy about. And you see kind of waiting at the door, the double doors of this manor house, which is nice actually. It's quite an impressive size, and it's one of the nicer houses in this district. Of relatively nice houses. You see waiting in the doorway a handsome human man in his mid-30s. He's very well dressed in more modern clothing, typical more of the capital than around here. He's wearing a waistcoat and quite a long blazer with a tie. And he greets Sareem and Namala quite warmly, and invites everyone inside to the foyer.
Good evening, Your Majesty. And I
Good
curtsy.
evening.
And I curtsy before him.
Good evening. Please, come inside.
Curtsy also.
I don't.
I don't know the rules for this. I'm just following Mila.
Oh god.
He's just doing everything Mila does.
Please help yourself to drinks and snacks. And let me introduce you to some of the guests. Let's see. This is Marcus Wainwright, who is a royal butler, and I kind of consider him to be my second father. The man pretty much raised me, and you see a stern-looking human, old but in pretty good shape. He's tall and broad, impeccably dressed in a very butlerish outfit. He looks like he's early 70s, but could still like choke slam you if he needed to.
The Undertaker.
Next, you're introduced to Leonard Hardcoat, who is the chief groundskeeper. It's a middle-aged human who's bald and fairly overweight, but has big, strong arms. Clearly, someone who does a lot of outdoor work. But he's also well dressed. It seems like there's a very much like a kind of upper crust kind of party mood to the whole room you're in.
We need some harp music. I want to find some harp music.
Is that Dave?
Hello, Dave.
Give Dave a
He's
second to unmute.
muted, indefinitely.
He is. Let's see how long it takes him to figure that out.
He said 1 sec.
Yeah, I don't believe him.
I'll keep going. Next, you're introduced to Marie Westhall, who is head of kitchens in the Citadel. Fairly strict and matronly-looking human woman, middle-aged, who has her hair up in a very tight bun, and she's wearing a fairly expensive-looking dress. Next, you're introduced to Gunther A. Striker, who is deputy chief of the city guard. He is a surprisingly young human for his position. Slicked back silver hair, handsome but slightly nervous. And the last person of significance who's pointed out to you is Wilma Carlson, who is probably the oldest person in the room. She is the deputy manager of the palace custodians. And she's very friendly looking. She's got a very old Nana vibe to her.
Did I hear a giant bomb reference in there?
Yeah, picking my favorite Germanic names is one that I fucking love. Yeah, for sure. I'm glad you picked that up. Yeah, and of course, the person introducing you to everyone is the Crown Prince himself, Tundelith Jorhanger. So yeah, there's definitely a bit of mingling. The elves just immediately get to the mingling. This is,
That's what they do.
It is what they do. Socialites by nature. Mila, I think you'd be well within your element here.
Oh yeah,
taking champagne flutes and little smoked salmon nibbles and shit.
In my lovely golden dress, just go hovering about the room, talking to him and her, this and them.
Indeed, yeah.
And enjoying my nibbles, of course.
Of course.
Before I do, though, I'm going to turn to the group and say, behave yourselves, seriously. No messing around.
Now I don't want to. I was going to, but now that you said, I don't want to anymore.
I'll follow your lead.
That's the most reasonable thing I've ever heard you say, Dusty.
It's only reasonable if you're reasonable.
Touche. I mean, if he wants to follow me around and just mumble and nod.
I'll watch from a distance.
I was going to say, if you want to follow me around the room, you're more than welcome to. Because I just had this image in my head of, Dusty being by my side, just going, yes, when the conversation's going on, but he's got absolutely no idea what we're talking about. Every now and then, stroking his beard, just going, now that you mention it. Yes, and now that you've pointed this out, and come and gather from your perspective, perhaps, maybe.
That's pretty much what I wanted to do.
Feel free.
Kieran,
Well,
watch my back.
He's with the other adults in the party, so I don't have to watch him.
Kieran, you have to watch my back.
Your back is exactly as it always is.
What if something happens?
Please tell me you're all wearing your Sunday best, by the way.
You have Milo with you. It's fine.
If you trust turn off, Buster.
I know Dave's not here, but I'd imagine he's just dressed to the fucking nines for this one. I can imagine he's got his best tux on, big bling bow tie, lots of earrings and rings on rings on
Eating
rings.
little cheeses with his pinky out.
Yeah. Yes, I do say. Yes, proper.
Indeed. After maybe about half an hour of mingling, everyone is shown through to the dining room. And you're all seated as the first course is served. The first course is a delicate game soup.
A look of utter bewilderment crosses on Dusty's face when he sees a spoon for the first time.
Dusty's a chef.
Oh shit, I forgot!
I am taking in all I can about this soup.
Okay, it's good. You want to do a roll?
Well, sure, yeah.
Oh, I'm here. Yeah,
Hey.
just,
What would my
just in
cooking
time
be?
for soup.
Soup.
Would it be like intelligence plus?
No, just make
plus
a
cooking?
You could
Makes
do
sense.
that. Yeah, actually, yeah. You do have a cooking kit, but that's not really what this is. Intelligence
Yeah.
plus proficiency.
I can't really use Roll20. I have my character sheet, but I can't really use it. So I'm just gonna
Okay,
roll dice.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Ooh, I'm gonna roll dice too.
So that's 8 plus 4 plus 1, so 13.
Okay. It's really good. I mean, you don't need to roll to tell you that it tastes really good, but also you can tell that like it's been prepared really, really well. There's a lot of interesting flavors, spices from kind of all over are being used. You can taste some elven spices as well as some Kublin spices as well in the
Okay.
soup. And for game, it's surprisingly delicate. The second course is a duck pate on a sweet cake-like toasted bread with white wine. The third course is a roasted venison meal with red wine. And you see at this point, Keo, you've kind of been like, hang on, was my bowl a little bit bigger? Did I get more toast and pate? And then this time you see straight up that your plate is about twice as big as everyone else's.
This is discrimination.
You've also got like the rougher cuts of meat. Now, I'm not saying the meat you've been given is bad by any means, but like everyone else's meat, for the most part, everyone else's meat is like the prime cuts, and you've got like the big meaty bone.
Less presentary.
Kind of. I mean, it's extremely well prepared. The meal is delicious and whatnot, but you've definitely got like the kind of
scraps.
No, not the scraps. More the
They just assume that you would.
You know how like there's the person who always eats like the dark meat and shit for
Yep.
for the turkey roast. There's this person who has like the drumsticks, and then like the kids get the breast meat, and then the adults get like the shitter meat.
Nah.
It's like that.
I just imagine that like these people just assume that Keo would like to eat off the bone rather than use a knife and fork.
I mean, and
Oh,
you're right.
I thought they might.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, the one name I didn't catch was it the head of cooking?
The head of the cook
Or cooking.
was Marie Westhall.
Just so I know who's at Chateau Place, I'll make a note of that.
Mm-hmm. I'll be going over them again after dinner. I would imagine most people are quite full when dessert arrives. The fourth course, which is a hearty portion of fruit crumble with custard. And this is a very kind of local dish. I don't think any of you would have really had crumble and custard before. You get the impression that this is definitely made like by request of someone who had this as a kid.
Have you tried custard? It tastes terrible.
Hey, that's a national
Heathen.
fish. How dare you?
Wait, it's a fish.
Custard
Never
is
mind.
good.
It's a fish. There's not much to dislike, you know. It's milk, sugar.
Unless you're the French, because as I'm sure that we both know, Brooke and Dave, you probably know as well, the French don't believe it exists.
Custard.
They don't believe it exists. They call it crème anglaise.
Yeah.
They don't believe it. They don't believe
That's
custard
right.
exists. They're
And
just like,
French
"No."
custard's really thin. It's really thin and super sweet as well. It's not thick and
It
it's
has to
not
be thick and gloopy.
Yeah.
That's how custard
Exactly.
should be.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess so.
And the crumble is it's very thick crumb as well, so it's got a big crunch to it as you go in. And there's loads of cinnamon and wintry fruits been used. It's really good.
Well, thank you very much. Now I'm hungry.
And to finish things off, of course, the fifth course is cheese and biscuits with fortified red wine.
Ah, my favorite.
So the everyone at this point, it's been several hours of mingling and eating, and I'll say that like over the course of the evening, you know, you'll have been able to make quite a lot of small talk with the people at the table. The main topic hasn't really come up at all. This has mostly just been like an opportunity for everyone to get to know each other. You've actually learned quite a lot about Sarima and Namala.
Okay.
It's the first time, yeah. It's been nice. It's been a pleasant. This is kind of the best food that you guys kind of eat outside of spending a lot of money in the capital.
I don't know about that. Dusty, that breakfast Dusty made the other day was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes Dusty has a spark of genius, for sure. This was 5 courses of it though.
What is there to drink, by the way?
Lots of wine.
No beer?
You've had
No beer.
You've had complimentary wine with pretty much every course.
Okay. I'm gonna ask for beer.
Certainly.
I mean, those also. I just want to state for the record that those 5 courses were good, but it's got nothing on the Master of Pancakes.
Yes, please. I want beer with
this
every
is in
course.
character, I hope.
That'd be nice. I say to one of the waiters.
Yeah, that's no problem. I'll fetch you that
Extremely
right away, sir.
fortified.
And then they roll a keg in. Just stick it next to them. Go on, dip your head in that.
As the beer arrives and everyone is finishing up with their cheese and crackers and whatnot,
I roll my eyes at the size of beer.
Tundlif stands up and kind of, you know, does the annoying thing with the glass, like ding 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 ding, and addresses the table. Gathered friends and guests, what a bloody excellent meal. All accolades, of course, go to Marie and her staff for providing us with what must be some of the finest food available this far from the capital. There's a very polite round of applause, and Marie.
Golf clap.
Yeah, Marie does like a obligatory little nod. Tundlif continues. Now that we are all fed and acquainted, let us get down to the business that has gathered us all in this room this evening. It is time for my father, Rorcade Jorhanger, 23rd Emperor of Citadel Gerstramen, Grand Judge of the Frisian people and highest king of all Frisian province, to end his 83-year reign. Tundlif kind of...
I look around the room just trying to see
yeah.
if anyone... Yeah.
Yeah, I am at this point as well.
Everyone is paying attention, but no one seems surprised at all.
Okay.
The room has definitely shifted into a very serious and business.
Even if he suspects that all these people are friends, it's a very bold move to say things like that out loud.
So including all the people, the 5 people I named, the wait staff, all of your party. There's maybe about 5 or so other people which I haven't named just because they're not super relevant. But it's not a huge. It's like a dinner table of about 20 people, half of which are party compromises.
Like we're here for a specific reason.
Yeah,
Aren't we?
yeah.
Like they're here for the same reason.
Yeah.
I think.
This is the guy. This is the guy who set this whole thing up.
Yeah.
When I was first told about this meal, I assumed it was like just the party going to this, and like maybe him and his wife would be there, but I didn't expect them to have other co-conspirators along the ride.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. This is the grand undertaking, and you might have noticed that all of the people I introduced are pretty crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Now is finally the time to act. The lies, secrecy, and treason we have all shouldered for years is finally coming to fruition, and these foreign guests will be the instrument of our justice. We are all in this room united by a single purpose: liberation from tyranny, liberation for Thrice and for Haven, and of course, liberation from financial instability, he says with a glance at the elves.
I laugh.
What about? I kick him under the table.
I now
Hold
address
your
our
tongue.
guests. In this room, you will find trustworthy people who hold crucial positions within and surrounding my father's stronghold. Getting to the man under normal circumstances would be next to impossible, considering the power of the executioners and the impenetrability of the Citadel Gestraman. But I believe that with the people gathered in this room, we can find the window to strike. Use these contacts to find a time, method, and a route to enact the plan. The top priority is the death of my father. The second priority is ensuring the stability of the nation that follows him. Ideally, you will make it look like an accident. If that seems impossible, make it seem like the will and action of a single member of your party. One with seemingly no affiliation to the Bank of the Elves or Haven. We can construct.
Woohoo! Not me.
We can construct any narrative we need to justify a personally motivated assassination. Last resort, make it seem like it was my own will. If the nation believes these were the actions of me and me alone, stability should be insurable following my execution. We are trying to avoid any public perception that this assassination was carried out in the interests of either Haven or Midrealm. Stability in our nations is the sole objective here. Now, down to the plan. Namala, would you assist me? Namala stands up and continues after thanking the chef of obligation. We have an incredibly tight window here, people. Every hour needs to be accounted for and productive. The first key event worth mentioning is in 2 days' time. The adventurers will be participating in a spectacle match for the king. Victory in this match will be crucial to ensuring freedom of movement within the lower levels of the Citadel. Until that day, we will not have permission to access the fortress. If we fail to secure the invitation, it will make our jobs a lot more difficult, and we might have to opt for a much more suboptimal and risky direct method of assassination. Marcus Rainwhite, who is the butler, he kind of interjects and stands up at this point and says, it has come to my attention that the king will be pitting an exceptionally difficult challenge against the adventurers. He intends for them to fail, as he has become far more sadistic in his age, and it seems he enjoys humiliating people far more than the thrill of victory. My friends, be extremely well prepared.
Do we know what we have to fight?
Sadly, no. The palace beasts are raised, trained, and reared entirely within the upper levels of the Citadel. Unfortunately, none of us here have regular access to the upper levels.
Would it be possible to sneak into areas?
Would it be possible to sneak into where? The upper Citadel?
Yes. What kind of security do they have? Any kind of magical methods?
The higher security, various magical methods of security. The lower Citadel itself is fairly secure. The upper Citadel is a famously impenetrable.
Where, if we win, where would we meet the king? And is that room totally magic proofed? I'm just wondering.
So the way these typically work is that inside the Citadel is an amphitheater of sorts. The king will be watching from his position, and the king will be probably the most guarded at this time. Typically the king does not make any appearances outside of the upper Citadel. We do not believe, even though the king has left the upper Citadel, that this would be an appropriate time to act. He will be surrounded by the majority of the members of the executioners, as well as a considerable presence of palace guard. And, of course, the Beastmaster and his beasts will be not far away either. It is just about the most guarded he will be under any circumstances.
The Beastmaster, would there be any way of speaking to him or getting access to
the Beastmaster
Palace
dwells
Beasts
in the
are?
upper Citadel.
Is there any way we can get access to him or where the beasts train?
We can try and see what information is available to us. Certain
Ideally, we would like to go into this battle knowing exactly what we're fighting.
I know. It will be difficult. to procure
At
that
very
information.
least, having a decent idea.
I mean, I hear that you've encountered one palace beast already, an escaped palace beast that some local giants had gotten their hands on. I've known in the past he's raised dragons. He's raised all manner of ancient creatures of various origins. The title palace beast is one given. Not based on species or type. It's simply given to them based on their purpose of fighting in the amphitheater.
Interesting.
How hardy is the king still? Is he still pretty spry? Is he
The king is old. The king
has he battled in the past, or has he actually gone into war?
No. The king never leaves the upper citadel, except under occasional circumstances, and never without a sizable guard presence.
I believe Dusty would like to ask a question.
He may.
Thank you, Your Grace.
He's trying so hard. I love him.
Did you say your grace to the butler?
Nice.
I bet he absolutely
He
did.
did, yes.
You got like half of the blinking white guy meme from the butler at that one.
I said it
What, you
to
mean
the
Bruce
room.
Scanlon?
Wait,
Yeah.
which one said?
I'll get it. You carry on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Carry on.
Are we not above the upper citadel?
No. So we are currently in the middle city. The upper city. The citadel itself is split into two levels. The lower citadel, which is the vast majority of the citadel, and the upper citadel, which is where the king resides.
Okay, where is the big castle? We're not there then. We
You're
just saw
not.
it.
You're in the city, but not in the castle right now.
Okay, that's fine. I misunderstood.
I'll try and make a paint drawing real quick.
So,
It's fine.
he didn't really answer my question. It's like the room where if we've killed that person we want to kill and where we meet the king, is that totally magic protected or not?
I have to imagine there will be some. You won't be meeting the king.
Oh, I thought we were meeting the king.
No.
if we win.
You'll be fighting beasts while the king watches.
But if we win,
If you win, the reward for victory is simply being able to reside in the lower citadel for the remainder of your stay.
So we won't meet the king even
no.
after.
No, the king does not take audience. The king rules through proxy.
So what is the use of winning the fight?
Having free access to the lower citadel.
Oh, lower citadel. Okay.
Yeah.
What an odd invitation to send.
Yeah, if you never meet
if
the king.
he had no intention of meeting us, then I don't see why bother
He
inviting
wishes
us.
to. He wishes to
Humiliate us.
Yes, humiliate a foreign power. Yeah.
It's all for show.
So you said there's when he's in a. So if we take him out during the fight, would that be a problem?
Yes, that would be a public assassination.
Well, if no one saw it happen.
What if his head
Like-
accidentally fell in an explosion?
Well, no. It's like
I
not.
didn't say that out loud,
physical.
by the way. That was
I'm-
me, not me.
I'm- Like if he just, in a sense, got a heart attack during the fight.
It's possible. It's possible, certainly. I think it would be very risky. We had not intended to make any move on the king at this point. We figured it would simply be too obvious and he would be too well guarded. The plan is to infiltrate the upper citadel.
That's another
do
question as well. What
do
kind
so
of gods
covertly.
and sorcerers or casters does he have around him?
Well, I'll be able to explain that a little bit later. One second, I'm just finishing off my paint drawing. Okay, cool.
Dusty, you don't need to put your hand up when you want to speak. You can speak whenever you like.
Thank you. Mil. Yeah.
I think at this point even Mila is like amused / like, oh, look at him try, like kind of that mix.
Behaving like, what can you can't really complain about it, you know.
No, I'm not complaining at all. I'm just like, oh, I actually can't believe he's trying. Well, God bless him.
So, Dusty, what did you want to say?
How do your citizens feel about the situation of the country? Are they with the king?
No, the king is a tyrant.
Then why can we not make him a display?
The
Political reasons, Dusty.
yeah, more or less.
If the people
Why?
here were to see that I forgot the central, what's our realm? Midrealm. Fuck, I was gonna say Malazan then. I would imagine that the citizens would not like to see Midrealm interfering in their political affairs.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's fair.
It's not only that, but ideally we want the king to be succeeded by what the fuck? Oh, that's
That's a lovely name.
That's some weird shit.
The fucking king.
Right, hang on. I've been so distracted by this, and I can't even figure out where I saved it to. Right. Where was I? What question was I answering, guys? Sorry about that. The reason, yeah.
It's a bad idea to operate.
Ideally, we want the king to be succeeded by Crown Prince Tundlif, who can lead the nation to a more stable future. If it was made public knowledge that the prince invited assassins, knowingly or unknowingly, motivated by goals such as liberation of Haven or financial benefits for Midrealm, it would be incredibly easy for other political powers to use that to basically maintain status quo.
I guess that makes you a tyrant, or him, rather. If that were to happen.
If what were to happen?
If it was revealed that the new king organized it, I guess. Never mind. I slumped on that.
Just out of curiosity, Crown Prince, what would you do with Harvin should this mission succeed?
I plan on negotiating Harvin's independence. It's been it's been far too long. Far too much damage has been done, and I think it's beneficial for both of our nations to part ways.
Does Haven have a government?
That would be part of the. Yes, they do. They do have a government, an unofficial government, which is constantly being persecuted and tracked down, and people being thrown in prison.
I can imagine they'd have some kind of like official puppet government as well.
Haven?
Yeah.
The official public government in Haven is Thrice.
Yeah, it's Thrice running
Yeah,
it.
actually, yeah.
Yeah. No, the actual the president of Haven is in hiding, basically, because you know.
What will happen to the? What about the executioners? Are they like completely loyal to the king? What?
Yes. I think.
So they would have to be dealt with in time anyway.
Well, they're loyal to the crown, not the king.
Okay.
This is another part of securing. The executioners simply enforce the king's will. If the king is dead and there's a new king crowned who wishes to separate Thrice and Haven, that has nothing to do with the executioners.
Okay. Just checking.
And should the worst come to worst and we have to face these executioners, what kind of a fight can we expect?
Well, let's talk about the executioners.
Oh God.
So I believe that you have met Maga and Hronga already.
Build a wall! Sorry, I can't help myself every time.
It's Maga. Sorry, it's not Maga.
That was the one that.
Wow.
I will build the greatest
Fun,
executioners
right?
that you have ever
Yeah,
seen.
you liked Maga, and she had a
Okay.
dragon. She had a big black dragon with.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
was great. She was good fun.
Really armored dragon, who was scary, and you were told not to talk to.
And somebody definitely tried, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I did. I tried at the start.
Marga
told us.
and Hronga are usually tasked with patrolling the lands of Thrice, installing fear and quashing unrest. We shouldn't encounter them unless they are summoned, which is not an ideal scenario. We do not want to summon either of them. If an alarm goes up, they will arrive. Marga especially can cover the breadth of the nation in a couple of hours on top of her dragon.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Next there
Okay.
is
Sorry, Herbert might have some.
I think I'll save her towards the end. There's Executioner Mordet, who wears white and gold armor. She's known as the Golden Knight. She oversees the guard and patrols the city. She's probably the most lax of all of the knights, all of the executioners, and shouldn't be a threat if we are careful. Gunther in particular should be pretty helpful at navigating around Mordet. But like all the executioners, she is incredibly fierce in combat and should be avoided at all costs. There is Executioner Jochen, who is a sorcerer. Very friendly, very charismatic. He handles foreign affairs. He is the only executioner who has the ability to leave Thrice. I believe he is currently in Signum, but is due to return to watch the fight in 2 days' time. He's very shrewd and should be handled with caution. I believe he will be wanting to meet the group as well, and will probably be in the Upper Citadel while he is in town. Hopefully he gets relocated before the mission is over. There is Executioner Unamark, who is a storm giant. He guards the Emperor at all times. He never leaves his side. Guards the king. We will most likely only have to deal with him when we carry out the act, and hopefully not a direct confrontation. Giants, even untrained, poorly armored giants, are dangerous enough. Unamark is incredibly magically gifted, big even for a storm giant, which are the largest giants. He is armored head to foot in crown forged steel, armed with a magical great hammer, and is, quite simply put, a absolute terror.
I thought you were going to say an absolute then.
He stands at just under 20 feet tall.
What?
So, yes.
Yeah, so that too.
So he is a unit.
Absolute size of these lads.
You're getting the impression now about how big the citadel is if this kind of if a storm giant can walk around in it at ease.
I want to fight it. That's all I can think of.
I want to get it down to the floor. I want to wrestle it.
Let's not go.
There is there's Executioner Nogunga, who is the king's chief advisor and is the proxy ruler. The king tells his will to Nogunga, and he passes on the message. You could call him the right hand of the king. He's old. He's a paladin of some order unknown. He's most likely the least formidable in combat, but not to be underestimated. He is old, but wise and experienced. He very rarely leaves the upper citadel, but is likely charged with guarding it, so be cautious for him if looking to infiltrate. Let's talk about Lady Mytasian. She is most likely our greatest threat. She has no set duties, and she manages her own court and affairs. She has taken some interest in the party, actually, most likely because she sees the same opportunity we do. She is frighteningly shrewd and perceptive, and she has been.
You believe she may make her own attempt to seize the throne?
Or the opposite?
No, the opposite.
Oh.
Where we see an opportunity to strike, she sees it as well and is on high alert.
Didn't one of us
seduce her? I whispered that.
Hey baby, want a mind meld? Didn't one of us actually listen into a conversation between Lady Mytasian and Maga? Or was that made public knowledge to the rest of the party?
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah, I think that was Dusty.
Yeah.
We didn't really gain any extra information.
Yeah,
Because
Marga
I
was
find her
basically it was
appearance
Marga who was winding her up, saying, "What, can you not handle it on your own?"
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's basically what Dusty told us he heard was basically just being confirmed to us right now that she is on high fucking alert.
Yeah, and she was. She takes most matters quite seriously. She has been the downfall of countless attempts and terror attacks in Thrice, and probably does more to subjugate Harvan than any other executioner.
What's a beef with Harvan?
It's just her job.
I don't know why I just said that in the most Scousest accent I could then. Mila all of a sudden loses all class. What's the beef there, la?
What's the beef?
Is that what happens when she gets drunk?
There.
Yeah, she just becomes a Scouser.
If we are to fail, it will most likely be at her hand. Most of our efforts will be on shirking her attention over the next couple of days. She is also incredibly powerful in combat. And last but not least, we believe that she is immortal.
Excuse me?
There are records of Lady Mytasian serving the throne of Thrice for over 600 years.
Let me just post that true scan.
Wait, doesn't that predate the... Wasn't there the... No?
800.
Oh, and 800, okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Hey, well, yay!
Yeah.
Do you have inspiration? Take it.
Oh, thanks.
I've been thinking about that a few times recently. It's kind of come back in my mind.
Maybe she's not immortal. Maybe there's just always a Mytasian or somebody who acts as Mytasian.
Well, you know, I've seen a portrait. I've seen a very old portrait. It's possible. There's a lot of theories. Let's put it that way. None of them are good.
Well, that's the person with the white hat, right?
Yes.
Did we? I noticed the hat was magical. Did anyone of you know about the hat? Anything?
Hey, that's my question.
Oh.
I don't know. I assume she most likely has an arsenal of magical items at her disposal. Sorry.
Okay, I just
Where
wondering.
did she get that hat? Because, girl, I need one.
No, I'm just wondering
look
if it might be a disguise, so we have to be careful with who we talk, you know.
And last, the final executioner is known only by the title Arced.
Castle Ark.
Arced, or the Black Knight. He is known by that title.
That was absolutely a Monty Python reference, wasn't it?
The Black Knight. Technically,
no, you said Arct. It's like the castle. And in the end, they got chucked into Castle Arct.
I know. I didn't think of that. It's German for 8.
I just
Flynn, he stole your do.
Sorry. Can I just try and talk to
How?
Dusty for a sec? I just want to whisper to Dusty in his. It might be a good idea to just ask if everyone wants to join us in a circle of, in one of your circles of what is it again?
Friendship.
No, truth. The truth circle. I want to actually ask everyone to accept it.
Okay,
circle.
I'll be 2 minutes.
I want to actually everyone to accept the truth circle, and then
Before we do that, let me just finish up this.
Yeah, sorry.
And I'll go get my food and we'll take
Yeah.
a break. Executioner Arct, he is known by name and rumor only.
Yep.
There are occasional sightings and stories. His duties are a pure mystery. It is likely that only the king knows. Every child in Thrice knows the name Arct. It means 8 in our language. And I'm certain it's only a title, but the number is considered cursed in our culture for a reason. They say the weekends on a Sunday because the gods were too scared of Arct to create an 8th day.
That's awesome.
Okay. Mystery. Okay, good to know.
Because we know so little about him, consider him a wild card. We can't account for him, so just be aware.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to take my break now.
Okay.
My food's ready.
Oh, good. I need to smoke.
It might be a little longer than usual, guys.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll let you know when
I got memes. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm about to
So-
fix.
I just
In that
wanted to
case,
ask
I'll
you
be back
guys.
Say no more.
Oh.
Oh, go on.
Dusty? No, I just want to talk to Dusty. It's fine if you
Oh,
guys...
okay.
Are you still here? Dusty? Dusty? Yeah, okay. No, I thought maybe it'd be a smart idea to just ask everyone to join us in the circle, and because you get to know if someone saves from it, and ask everyone to just accept it. And if someone doesn't accept it, then we at least know that that person is might be hiding something. Plus, we
Well,
get to ask
actually-
everyone. Yeah, what?
But actually, it's a 6th level whole person, yeah?
No.
Oh,
I'm just asking because I think it might be smart because we don't know. Maybe someone because I don't know if there. I don't think there was any magical protection here, so I'm guessing or not. I could ask for if we could roll
Yeah.
for that. But
okay.
if we do that, at least we know if anyone. There might be someone in here just like gonna tell everything that just happened to someone, you know. So I was just thinking maybe it'd be a good idea to just at least verify that everyone here is telling the truth and is completely agreeing with the plan. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
You have it prepared though, do you?
I do.
Okay, good. Okay. Because otherwise, hey, we can't. Then it doesn't really matter. So,
Oh,
if
I
everyone
have
agrees
spell
with that,
too,
I don't
didn't
know.
realize.
You have the spell too?
Yeah, I mean, I never have it prepared because
Okay.
why would I?
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I did.
You're playing a paladin, right?
Yeah.
How many spells do you get? I'm just wondering. Like, is it like
It's a
It's-
from
yeah.
a list. Yeah.
Okay.
I have the paladin. I have 3rd level spells, so
Yeah, I thought so. You go up to max level 5, I guess, or something like that, right?
because
Yeah.
they're half casters.
Yeah, half casters. Yeah. Okay, just wondering.
But I do have
Like because there's so
some
much
extra spells.
Oh,
that
oh
are
yeah.
more useful because
yeah.
vengeance. Because I also have hold person. I also have misty step, haste.
Yeah, those are way more. Misty Step is such a good spell.
Yeah,
Haste is so
fuck.
good.
Yeah.
Haste is really good.
Yeah, haste as well. Completely agree. No, there was the plan. I was thinking of the plan like using the eye thing because that's not magical. So in a sense, and they can't really see it happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious when I open my eye, though.
No. Sorry, the my eye thing.
Has
Oh,
Molly's
As
okay.
Molly's has eye
I was
thing.
like, I was like, my eye is very
glowy.
ominous.
No, so I thought if during the fight I could make my like clone myself or something, or pre-fight clone myself, make him invisible, or make myself invisible, make the other make clone fight, or because it's the same thing, it doesn't really matter, and then use the eye thing, well, it's now a gem, I guess. It's magic, but it's not magic. It's weird. So maybe I can get through, because I could get through the shield, you know. Like maybe I can get through any protection they have and just kill him out right there, you know.
Yeah.
Then we don't have to worry all about going through a castle, trying to sneak past people, and just be done with it, you know. But yeah, I don't know how that would go, because I don't also know what the range is of him. From
Yeah,
the
that
fight.
really will depend on where he is during the fight.
Yeah, like if he's in range, then I can just do it.
He
Like,
may also be in some kind of box seat too that, you know, is protected to some degree.
yeah, exactly. But if it's protected by magic, I can just go
I'm sure there'll be
through. I
walls
could
as
just go
well.
through it. But if it's actually just glass, then I'm fucked. Because hey, then I have to teleport in there, I guess. I would you guys would be doing all the fighting. I would just be on my own mission in my
But would it
invisible.
be a good idea to do that during all of that?
Yeah, that's what I'm
my
thinking.
thing, because that's not going to be subtle. He's going to have eyes on
No.
him because it's kind of a big thing because he's in public, you know.
Well, that's why I have a spell called let's see, mental prison. And it actually it's not, the spell cast does nothing. You don't see anything happening. He just like he gets a brain hemorrhage in a sense. So he just starts screaming and then just dies in a sense.
That's interesting.
And if I cast that using the eye thing, it makes it non-magical. So in a sense, passes any magical protections.
Alright, two things. Number one, had to look at the memes. Number two, Brooke might be listening, so be very careful what you say.
Oh, that's fine. Brooke can listen. I don't mind.
She'll be clear. She'll be clear.
Yeah, she's grabbing food as well. So.
Yeah, that last one I posted, I had to just, it gets me every fucking time. I thought you'd like it.
Raccoon.
I'd laugh at it, but it's not abnormal to me.
Okay.
I've been talking to my friend from Arizona for a long time. I keep saying to him, you guys need to sort Florida man out because he's getting out of hand the amount of shit he gets up to.
Man, we can't. Nobody can control Florida, man.
This is for my European friends.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, the Purge. I don't know. I've watched like a few episodes of the new TV show, and it's like, nah, not my thing. But yeah, if you guys have any other ideas, that's kind of where we were going with. I think what me and David were talking about. But yeah, I didn't expect us not to have any meetings with the king. That's kind of a thing.
Yeah, I
Because
wasn't expecting him to be
said-
such a petty bitch.
Yeah, like even if we win, we don't get to see him. Like what the fuck? Also, this fight sounds like a fucking fight to the death. By the way, just saying.
Oh yeah.
I'm just hoping that they come at us all at once because I don't want to have to go through all like my spell slots and sorcery points and then they just come out one by one.
No.
You know, if I blow everything on the first one.
Oh no,
All
I
at the
think
same time would be
we're
terrible.
just fighting one beast. I think it's just gonna be one beast. That's at least what
I
I
think it'll be
got
more
out
than
of it.
one.
I don't think it's going to be a beast either because, as Brooke just said there, it's.
Well, she was
it's a
talking about the
title
Beastmaster.
But she also said that the title of what's it called? Some Imperial Beast, King Beast, or whatever, is only given to things that the beast that the king deems to be a beast. So I think we're going to come across some kind of like mental person.
I don't know.
You know, like
But
I'm
we've
not
already
like.
fought one, which was a proper beast.
Yeah, I thought it was just one fight, but we can ask that as
There
well.
are dragons as well.
Oh yeah, this is the kind of meme I was saying to Brooke earlier on, the kind of stuff that she was showing me. Like, you know what I mean? Like those kinds of like porn parody ones.
Okay.
Not sure what to say to that.
Yeah.
My friend said this one to me.
Oh god.
He said, "This is what I think every time you text me."
That's just rude.
Ouch.
That's just
funny.
fucking rude.
It's
No, it's not
fat. I don't
funny.
care. No, it's funny. It's
I'm
funny.
fat.
Yeah.
I'm-
So what? I'm fucking.
I am a giant. But I'm losing weight. Getting there.
Hey.
Yeah.
I've lost 40 kilos now.
Oh, wow.
Congrats, dude.
Awesome.
Oh, I saved this one specifically for Brooke as well because this is a picture of Brooke.
40 kilos is like almost my weight.
Demon ass. Oh god. That ass.
Sir, transmission from the planet.
See, I told you it was funny.
No, it's not funny. It's hurtful.
I've got another George Bush meme.
Hey.
That's not funny.
Oh god. Jet fuel.
Oh, this one's great. Like, you gotta love the
You
creativity
know what
of this.
George Bush should do? He should fucking paint a painting and actually make a text bubble and it's just say that same
Fuel
thing.
caramel
Yeah.
steel beams.
Like just join in. You know, just fucking join in.
We cater any event: wedding, graduation,
Ooh.
horse funeral, drug intervention, Tuesdays.
Here's an interesting thing. What if George Bush, like, on his deathbed states, it was all a lie. We did it.
That would
Just
be
a red block with everyone.
Would that be, like, amazing or not?
trying to find this Francis Higgins video.
Anyways, I'm gonna go get myself some food because it's time for my 10 o'clock food time.
Okie dokie.
I have a really strict food schedule, so yeah.
Let me know when you're back. I have an Illuminati meme to share with the group on what Watch Together.
I'm still here. I'm just walking
Alright.
downstairs. But you can
Well,
just
if you're all on Watch Together, we can watch-
I can't watch it right now. Let's see.
So, what have you guys made of a plan?
Nothing.
Mithrix has got a plan. We did originally have one plan which involved like trying to poison the king and then saving him from the poison to try and make us look like good guys, but obviously seems like the king doesn't actually want to come and fucking meet us, so we can't do that. But
Frank, how are you gonna do the heart attack?
This all depends on Frank getting fairly close to the king as well. So
Frank, what is your plan for the heart attack thing, though?
His non-wizard wizard magic. If you know what I mean.
His non-wizard wizard magic.
His jelly bean magic. His eyeball magic.
Oh, his eyeball magic. Okay.
there you go,
Because
Hatsu.
it's
There's
not
one for
classic
you.
magic. Hatsu is not here.
Aw.
What if... Could I ask my gods to murder him?
I would love to see a god come down from the heavens to help us out. To be fair, like Dusty is Fiona's only follower, so it's just like, yeah, go on, I can help you out, Dusty. Why not?
That does mean she has a hard time.
Well,
The more followers.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. If you
Oh, I
find
almost revealed something, but I kept my mouth shut. I'm so glad I did.
Alright, yeah,
I
yeah.
almost said something and then I didn't.
I've done that a few times with you.
here's the thing. If we fight this mob, maybe we can level up and we can get some new spells.
Brooke did say don't hold our breath about the next level up.
don't-
It seems we're a while off.
We've been leveling up a lot.
Well, we
recently.
did we did
We haven't
the.
leveled for a long while now.
No, we haven't we didn't level on the worm. We didn't level on the new beast we fought with the giants. So we haven't leveled in a while now.
Also, had to have posted some cats for you.
Nice. Oh, so cute.
Aw. That Abercrombie one always fucks me up.
Oh, you're making me sad. My cat got they put her down, so it makes me
Oh,
sad.
sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry.
We did that week.
Yeah.
How
That's
about, to take your mind off it, a Trump meme?
Yeah, Trump memes. Way better.
And a rough trumpet.
Oh god. Oh god. Why? Who made this meme with the fucking fucking what's it called? Crown makes
Deplorables, Frank. That's who done it. Deplorable people.
Why?
Yeah, I want to know. I want to shake their hand.
Ruff, 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 ruff. You just want to release now. You just want to release the fucking. What?
I like the Boo one. That one,
Yeah,
I like that one.
That is awesome.
Which one? The last
He's
one?
cute.
This one? Oh yeah. Oh.
I'm
You
sure
can't
I've already...
look at me. Oh,
sure I've already-
that's yeah. I do agree. That is amazing.
I'm sure I've already posted this one, but I'm posting it again because it's really funny. The big deal.
You
I'd like
have,
to share a
yeah.
photo with you. Where's my
Uh,
fucking son?
Yeah, that one. What the?
What
Oh
the
god.
fuck are those memes? though?
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are amazing. That one is also really good, Hatsu. Damn.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, this meme has come through my other channels, so I've got quite a backlog.
Nice. So good in there. Oh god. Why? Whoever does the vertex is quadruple game, really.
Oh, this one fucking slayed me. Like, man, if only Hogwarts were real and I knew about it, I'd totally do this to somebody.
Tell me that tweet is real,
I
by
can
the way.
post the best meme if you want, guys.
Yes, why haven't you done so already,
The
Dave?
meme of all memes.
Oh, what a burn.
Wow. No.
I must have a suitable reaction image to this. Hang on. Hang on. It's gotta be... yeah, this'll do. Whoa. Spicy. This one's pretty good.
Oh, that one is really good, the Hogwarts one.
I would totally do. This is not a competition. Vivo el mundo Brasil.
Which one are you talking about?
The murder ray capsule one I just posted.
That'll do it.
We could try that.
I mean,
I mean, that'd be
it
a way
can't go
to
any
get the
worse
game.
than any of our other plans, you know?
God.
We always manage to do something.
Yeah, should we plan more?
Yes, we actually should.
Or did you want to know what my plan was? But
yes.
I don't
Your
I don't
heart
really. Yeah, the heart attack thing, but I don't know if it's gonna be okay if we can actually do it during the fight or if we, because I would be like focused on that in a sense. I couldn't be doing both, so.
Yeah, I mean, having one of us out of the fight completely is just not an option, I don't think. Oh, this one, I saved this one specifically for you, Hatsu. You may die, I think, if you haven't seen it already.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I'll stop you.
I'm sorry to interrupt the planning, but
Oh,
look at that cat's face!
oh god.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Oh god.
Amazing.
Freaking
Jesus.
whatever says that.
Tossed that one like 4 times.
Oh, I'm sorry that my meme folder's the biggest on the fucking planet!
Apparently
better
not.
I'm sorry.
I forgot I had that one. Oh, God bless the United States.
What the fuck, that one Hatsu, that's a really good one. Call an Uber.
My friend said this once. He said this was you trying to chat a girl up.
Jesus.
Call me the 1-inch Punisher for nothing.
Oh god.
Oh no! I just found a reaction image that I need to keep for the rest of my life.
You need to send that to me, is what you need to do. Yeah, that's going right in the reaction folder. My reaction folder's pretty fucking good. I'm glad to have this in my collection.
It was in response to this.
There you go. Good luck.
That's actually quite good.
You can- I don't know what I expect.
I didn't click on the link that was accompanying that picture, so.
And this is in my I can't believe this exists folder.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yep, exactly. Would you guys like a motivational meme? What am I saying? Of course you do.
Nice.
And Little Bounce set to spice up.
Quick detection kit. What You guys not reading my beautiful military code? What? Why?
Because he's a liberal.
Oh, and this crossover is great. Welcome back.
No.
Yeah. Is everyone here?
No,
so.
I'm not
Let's
here.
stop talking about our super secret plan to fuck Brick over again.
Okay.
And by that he means like I've been posting memes non-stop since you left.
Ooh, let's check out these memes.
No.
57 new messages. Demon ass.
I was saying I specifically saved that one because it reminded me of you.
Yeah, I'm so hyped for DMC5. I'm
why?
very sad that we're not
What
getting
happened with-
DMC2, but I'll take DMC5.
Nice one.
Dave, are you posting my fucking Twitch in the memes channel?
I love the reaction. Brilliant.
That is not very cash money of you.
In fact, it wasn't. I
No.
should have posted my cash. I should have posted.
It wasn't, but it was a hilarious meme.
And the kid with the nut allergy starts talking shit.
I love that one. Every time I scroll through, I keep seeing a picture of that giraffe who's just like headbutts at the window. It's so fucking funny. Oh, here's another one I saved for Brooke.
Snake titties.
Power beat.
What? Flesh chair?
No! I don't understand why it
I
exists.
think I missed
Pretty
something with One
comfortable.
Piece. I think I'm too far away. Is the hat actually a person? When did this happen?
Sonic.
I probably won't.
Fucking hell, I hate war mode.
Do you feel like nothing bad ever happened? Avenge me! I probably won't.
I probably won't.
No, I probably won't. Oh god.
Brooke,
Yes.
was it Lansfowl that we left our stuff at?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Dave and David.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hatsu.
Yeah.
Jared. Mifrix.
Oh,
No, not here.
And Monk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's roll out.
No, here.
Thundercats. Oh.
Oh no, Goku!
Mr.
I'm laughing more at the oh no, Goku.
Goku has
So
made
sad,
many
oh
bad
no.
decisions regarding parenthood.
I mean, Goku never grew up, so.
And he's brain
Somehow,
damaged.
he somehow figured out how to make babies, which seems out of character.
But he's never kissed his wife, we do know that much.
Yeah.
That's fucking with me.
That's sad.
That's nice face swap.
I'm just wondering. What the fuck?
Damn.
God.
Come on, this is the point where we need to stop posting memes or we'll never
Yeah,
start.
stop. We gotta play it.
It's too late, I already
We gotta
know.
play our
It's
Dumb
been a
Dragons
month.
game. You get one more
It's been a
meme. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
That's one to end on.
Nice.
Wow.
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 It's so spicy.
Wow. Okay, I'm off. Bye.
No.
I think I'm immune to some of your Trump memes, to be honest. Like,
No,
you keep
that's
posting them,
a
so I'm
reaction.
like,
That's
yeah.
a reaction one. So
Oh, okay.
Anyways, did anyone figure out what the the military one was that I submitted.
I read like if you can read this part, and I thought I can, but I'm not. I'm too lazy. I can't even be bothered reading a meme.
It's not really a meme. It would just have meant you've been rickrolled because it's actually the song text of. So.
Bro, before we carry on, did you see the Elmo meme?
Have you guys seen this?
Yes. I'm glad that you liked that.
What the fuck? Stop screaming! What is this camera wall? Ah!
Oh god! It's so disgusting! It's so disgusting!
Oh my god, that was terrifying!
The last frame.
In fact, Elmo sums up my emotions quite well there.
Okay, we're starting. We're playing D&D. We're playing the Super
Yeah.
Ha! Okay, where were we up to? I just gone down the list of the executioners. Explain what they did.
Yeah.
You'd got me off track a little bit, so I just need to find out where I was up to.
Well, sorry. I just
No, it's
formulating
fine.
a
It's
plan.
The last thing that was
Just
spoken
the part
of
where
was
we just assassinated the king.
No, it's totally okay.
And I didn't distract you. I was whispering
No,
to Dusty.
It's okay. You want today's Zone of Truth, right?
Yeah, we want to do Zone of Truth with everyone in it, and tell everyone to accept it because Dusty will know who doesn't, or who saves, or who doesn't accept it.
We'll
So.
do it in character.
Yeah.
Dusty's just put his hand up again.
Oh god.
Yes, Dusty. What is it this time?
So my Tassia said she's old. And there's an old painting as well.
There's a few.
A few. Does she always wear her hat?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Is her raven really old as well?
Is her what old? Sorry.
A raven.
Her raven? Oh
she's a
no,
raven.
those are that's not her raven. That's a communication network that the guard uses. And I believe that my Tassian actually does breed her own ravens for her specific own use to communicate with the executioners as well.
Thank you, Madeline.
Oh, if we could get onto that Raven communication network.
It's ravens.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
at least
what
insert
about
our
the-
own raven in there. We'll just...
Yeah, like how'd you get into that club? Like you just go over to the next room and go, alright lad, if you heard about the secret network club, how do I get in? Like it's I don't think it's that simple.
We'll just,
You gotta get your raven on the right frequency.
Like high pitched goes, how's it going? Ah!
So, did I hear you mention something about a spell you wanted to cast?
Oh, but you have very good hearing.
Oh god.
I just want to get you like a fucking move on, so I can do the rest of my shit. Thank you.
Oh, I thought we'd do it at the end. Like after, like, I just want everyone that was in the room at the end to join in the circle, in a sense.
Oh,
See.
okay, right.
Yeah.
Well, in
So
that
you-
case,
yeah.
I think what we'll do now is everybody at this table who can provide a service to the party, introduce yourselves and tell you exactly what you can offer. Marcus kind of steps up and says, "Very well, I'll start."
Marcus was sorry.
Marcus is
The royal butler.
butler.
Royal. Just writing it down.
Excuse me.
Your Grace.
He's graceful.
Hello? Okay, I just lost connection to my internet. So... Hang on for a second, I'll try to reconnect. fucking connecting? Yeah, I'm tethering my mobile data and it should work. Ah.